Alright, hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 4, where we are playing as the wizard character. There is not going to be a great deal of unique material in this kind of episode here. Yes.
Right place.
Regardless of your character, the first few days are usually pretty similar, unless I guess you're the thief and break into the. I don't know how loud that is for you, but it's very loud for me. That's good. Yes, unless you're the thief and break into the Thieves Guild and kind of go about all of that. But if we come in here...
It's a six-tentacled octopus.
Yes, we don't need to pay much attention to that. We can head down into the secret room. Since we're a magic user, maybe we'll cast some spells while we're in here. Let's see, this should be Detect.
You sense a low level of magic all around you, as if many arcane and unpleasant activities had occurred here in the past. The hexapodal wall decoration above the fireplace is actually an enchanted creature, and extremely powerful magic radiates from an object in the display case. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving.
Fair enough. Alright, so some powerful magic here in what appears to be a dried out domovoi, and then this guy right here, this hexapod. Let's see if we can calm it down, which should be right here.
A feeling of peace and tranquility fills the area.
It's actually been a long time, so I'm not even certain if that will calm the hexapod or not, but let's give it a shot. We just started the playthrough, so if we die, it won't be too big of a deal. I don't know if we can cast Open here.
You sense a low
Oh,
level
that's Detect, sorry. I wanted to cast Open.
This is not.
Alright, how about Trigger? Can we trigger it? That's Dazzle. Trigger.
This is.
Alright, so it just wants us to use our hands. Alright, I'm going to cast Calm one more time.
A feeling of.
And let's give this a shot.
That's funny. The strange six-tentacled creature is moving. It looked like another wall decoration at first.
Alright. Well, I guess that's not good enough, so let's just take care of it here. Let's try, what is this? Lightning Bolt? Sure, let's try Lightning Ball. Oops.
You've managed to...
Probably be...
After you bombard the poor creature for a bit, it dies. Poor Hector.
You can just give it some garlic and it'll let you go, but frankly, it's an evil creature and I'm okay dispatching it.
There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare.
Let's see how our Detect spell works down here.
This place practically dark magic. You get a momentary vision of nameless rites and unspeakable rituals before the spell cuts off. Any individual magical impressions are lost among the overall dark magical aura.
Alright, we should be able to trigger this desk.
This is not a... This...
Alright, let's try searching it first. No? Alright, well, let's at least cast Open instead of opening it by force.
swirling cloud of undoubtedly poisonous gas surrounds the desk for a few seconds after your spell opens it. Then the cloud subsides.
Alright, let's dig in.
You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko.
We'll let this play out. This is important to the story.
However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the hangman's tree and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Now there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual?
The location of the heart ritual is actually unique for the magic using character, but we'll leave that alone for right now. We can actually already get the Mad Monk's ritual, so maybe we'll do that at the start of next episode. I don't think we'll do it here. If we search again, I think it just plays through the same stuff, but let's give it a shot. No. Okay. So let's check here, and we'll actually get our first ritual by being willing to seek dark visions.
You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of Dragon's Breath. Bottoms up.
And if you are an aficionado of Dragon's Breath, you wouldn't have survived this long. Reference to Quest for Glory 1. This would be the Dark One, Avuzel.
Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet.
Alright.
A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets. You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has a symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it.
Alright, let's head up here. And we'll head out the door.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly...
Okay, so let's leave town. Yeah. Same thing every time. Quest for Glory 1 theme. A little bit of a, I don't know, you can call it an Easter egg, I guess. It's not normally what plays. I think it's the first time you leave town, maybe. I think we already have some more. Very nice. Alright. Let's quickly take care of one or two things. I don't feel like speaking to Olga and Boris right now, so we'll do that next time. Usually I ended up doing it in the second video, but you can put it off for right now. Yeah, just go ahead and let the computer deal with the fighting. It's just not worth your time. Yeah, the combat in this game is interesting, but it's just not quite designed well enough to make it worth your while. It's close. It would just need some little bit of updating, but it's just not worth the trouble. But luckily they have kind of an auto fight thing, which takes care of most of it.
Hello there. Could you help me? This water is so cold and I need someone to help warm me.
Tempting. Let's, as usual, do a little detect.
You sense no magic in this area.
I would think the Rizalka would get off a little bit, but that's okay. We'll be polite, say hello. For the most part, she just responds to everything we say by changing the subject to asking us to come into the water with her. Because she is a Rizalka cursed with an unrelenting desire to drown us.
It is so cold.
But if we give her some flowers...
Thank you for the beautiful flowers. No one has been so nice to me since I can remember.
She still will drown us if we go in the water, but now she'll at least talk to us.
Gee, you don't think I'm some...
Yeah, so I'll click on this just to, go through some of the conversation pieces, because there are certain things that have to be said in order to progress, and I can never remember exactly what all those things are. But the only character who can fully help the Rizalka is the Paladin. So this is actually the last time we'll speak to her.
Please, come.
And if you really want to see all of that play out, then you should watch the fuller playthrough of this game that I did with the Paladin character. But alas, that is the end of what we can do for her here. Now, what I want to do is just head over to Erana's piece. Sure, we can say a quick hello to the Lishi. I guess there's no audio for this. 1 and 1 and 1 make 3. Tell me what you make of me. Reading, writing, riddling game. Can you tell me what's my name? So, because we read that book in the Adventures Guild, we know that this is the Lishi.
Tell the creature it's called the Lishi.
Ah, that's the price of too much.
There are a few ways in which doing the Lishi's riddles help you. I actually wish that it was a little more helpful. I think it'd be a better...
Lishi, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Lishi, riddle rhyme. Can you solve them every time?
Yeah, I think it would be to the benefit of the game as a whole if this was just a little bit more useful talking to Lishi, but it's still a good addition. Yeah, I just wanted to see if Igor was here, which he's not.
You sense no magic in this area.
No, just a bleeding tombstone. That's fine. Alright, so let's head down to Erana's piece. Alright, so we did step in here before, but basically you sense an overwhelming sense of peace, just as you always do in Erana's special areas.
A soft, magical aura permeates the entire garden. Strong magic emanates from the fruit tree and the center of the pool in the stream. The lanterns are also magical.
Alright, so there's something in the center of the stream, so let's cast Trigger and see if we can figure that out. So obviously this bulb popped up, and as a magic user, we should know enough to cast Open on it, as opposed to trying to physically do anything. And there's a scroll there, and again, we should use magic to fetch.
You capture the scroll with your Fetch spell. As you read the scroll, knowledge of how to cast a protection spell enters your mind. Then the scroll vanishes. Protection is a sort of magical shield which will help guard you from physical attacks.
Well, that certainly sounds nice. Glad to have that. Let's see. We can also cast Fetch on this fruit of the tree. If you try to physically take any of it, they just sink back into the tree, but by casting Fetch...
Your magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit from its branches.
And this fruit will restore our mana, and there's no real need to, but I'm just going to see if we can trigger these lamps. Alright, cool. So yeah, I guess you can turn on the lamp.
You discover 30 crowns hidden there. You accept it as a gift from Erana.
Normally, they only turn on at night, but...
It doesn't budge.
Okay. Alright, let's see. We should have a couple of empty... Yeah, let's fill one with some water here.
You fill your flask,
which we can essentially use as a poison cure pill. It's always nice to have. Alright, and then is there anything else that we want to do here right now? Not really. Let's have a little fight with another bunny, sure. Magic is not very useful against the bunny, but that's okay. I don't need it. Okay. Alright. Let's see, what time is it? Alright, it's almost at the end of day one. I'm going to do one more visit with Alicia here. You know what I want to do? I also want to cast Detect here and see what the Alicia gives off, if anything.
This entire area is permeated with powerful magical energy. It seems to be very chaotic and a little bit playful in nature. The bushes seem particularly suspect.
Suspect.
2 and 2 and 2 make 6. A little bush is in a fix. If you save a plant from goo, I can help you with a clue.
So that is one that I really like, because that sort of tells you specifically what to do. In fact, might as well just do this now while we're at it. We got the time. And we actually already found a bush in goo, although we didn't really pay much attention to it at the time. So we go all the way back down to where we started. There we go. The wyvern. Alright, yeah, so we want to use more magic against the wyvern than we did against the bunny. Particularly since it's quite annoying to get poisoned. I just don't want to deal with it. A lot easier to deal with them magically. Although our character seems to not want to do that. For whatever reason. Should be finished quickly. There we go. Yeah, not many of the enemies have anything worth searching them for, so we kind of tend to just leave them alone, frankly. Alright, let's come over here, and if we look...
A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo.
Goo. Alright, so we're going to cast a couple of force bolts, which should be... No, that's levitate. This one. Oh, guess it's strong enough to just do it with one.
You blast the rock pile with a force bolt.
And then, normally it would just float down, but again, as a magic user, we have to get a little more creative.
Your magical lasso encircles the bonsai bush and gently draws it out of the grimy goo. Carefully clean the plant, then put it away.
There's not much that's more enjoyable in this game than listening to John Rice Davies talk about the greasy, grimy goo. Alright, let's just go back to Erana's piece now. Deposit our plant. Alright. Just gonna keep walking. If it catches me, then we'll fight it. I'm not in the mood to deal with a bunny. Alright, so let's put the plant in this area here.
You plant the bonsai in the hole and scrape some of the rich soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes.
There it is, growing. I don't know if we really need to do this, but I usually end up watering it, just because, I don't know, maybe I'm used to it from Quest for Glory 2.
You water the bonsai bush.
Hooray, good for us. Alright. And back up, we'll tell the Lishi of our good deed. Yes, the Lishi can be very annoying and childish, but that's okay. We will survive.
Three and three make 9. Who lives among the watery brine? Fishy, squishy riddles make. Tell me now who's in the lake.
And we can tell him that is the Rizulka.
1 and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides her hut behind trick sticks?
And this is a question that we do not have the answer for.
Who's here in the ride with disappear?
However, despite the fact that we don't know who he's talking about, he did just tell us how to get to this individual. So in one of our future videos, we'll be able to look into that. For now, we'll head back to town. Probably have to knock on the inn door since it's after dusk.
You hear move. After a few minutes, the inhabitants.
Again, I'm not going to bother talking to the guys here. They're quite amusing, but don't really provide much value.
Tonight is.
They provide some backstory, but nothing that we need. We can run through some dialogue options here, but we don't really need to talk about them just yet.
Got him. A coat.
Everybody loves garlic. All right, that's good. Let's go to our room.
You unlocked.
Just because it amuses me, let's detect any magic.
You sense no.
Good. Now, let's go to bed for a few hours. Basically until midnight, which is when everyone will go home and leave the downstairs area.
After some rest. After some.
Once the game tells you that you're
After
getting
some
tired, that's how you know it's midnight, generally speaking. So we should still be before. Yeah, probably one more sleep will do it.
After some rest, you're getting.
Now, let's go back outside to the dining area.
You have the feeling you are being watched.
And let's give this a shot. Nothing? How about one more time? I think maybe the game never planned on you casting magic in this area, because normally you wouldn't do it in front of everyone.
You hero? Mordavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much, practice much. Soon plenty big hero.
I like the Domovoy. Let's listen to this conversation.
In where I am living. In Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad. Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy. Mordavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic. Too much we speak, too much I talk. Sometime else we speak, sometime else I talk.
Let's see.
Domovoy am I, Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch, protect the inn do I. By big people Domovoy not seen. You stranger are, maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do, speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do. Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help.
Maybe. And just about Mordavia.
Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out.
Alright, good enough. Had our introduction. We will speak more later.
You unlocked.
But for now, I think we will go to bed. For the evening, in the morning, I'll get some breakfast and go to the Adventurers Guild to do a little day of some weightlifting.
You awaken the...
None of which I think will be particularly interesting to watch. So we will end things here. But till next time, see ya.